Welcome to Daily Bread. As always, this reading is timeless, which means whenever you find this message, or whenever this message finds you, is when you're meant to see it. So please, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. The energy's already been cleared. Let's get started. Let's start by asking Source, what is the energy we should focus on for this message? Source, what is the energy we should focus on for this message? Source, what is the energy we should focus on for this message? Wow, fell off the table. Be still. Yep. Ironically, the card that flew off the table is be still. Source is telling someone you're moving too fast. Lots of things nowadays are moving too fast. And the source is saying right now, you be still, because things that are moving require, there are dimensions to our reality, space and time. And when you are moving in a direction, speed is relative from the person who is standing still. So you're going too fast. So Source is saying, be still, because you are outpacing the things that are going on around you. And Source has just brought you to a new level. And there are still things about this level that you need to soak in and understand. So this new level, every time you ascend to a new level, even if you were running to get there, there's always this pause to start to walk again, because every new level starts off with rest. So Source is telling you right now, rest as you go into this new level that you're going into. And I see someone who has so much information around them and so many creative downloads that are just waiting on the tips of your fingers. For those of you who do things with your hands, they're on the tip of your tongue. For those of you who speak publicly, they're on the edge of your mind. For those of you who work with ideas, and Source is saying, yeah, you know those things are there, and to get access to them, the thing that's blocking them, it's not some external force. It's not something in your environment. The thing that's blocking them is actually sometimes our impatience to get to our goals can block us from getting to them, because we need to learn how to be still so that way we can soak in what we need to achieve our goals, because our life is our experience of our time here. And when we are in a rush, we lose the value, we lose the joy of that experience. So Source is saying, be still and renew your joy right now, and take in all the wonderful things that are going on in your experience. And sometimes, even when that seems chaotic, they can be for your good. So please take this how it resonates for you, and go ahead and press that like button, leave a comment, share with someone you care about. Source, tell us more about being still. Tell us more about be still. Tell us more about be still, Source. Okay. Lots of cards flying out at you today. All right. So off the bat, these two came out together, the Four of Swords and the King of Wands. Then you have the Sun card. Yep, absolutely. And you also have the Ten of Cups. All right, so what I'm seeing here with this Four of Swords cards means that you need to take some rest. Someone has been overthinking a lot of things. Someone has been very mentally stimulated and thinking about matters of the heart, even thinking about matters of the heart, thinking about in terms of like, oh, okay, I see someone who is single, and maybe you have a few people who are interested, who you're thinking, okay, this one is interesting for this reason, that one is interesting for that reason, and this one is interesting for that reason. And Source is saying, you know what, be still, take your time, figure it out. You don't have to jump into a situation right away. You know, you meet great people all the time. And sometimes those feelings that seem like, okay, they could develop into something romantic, give it time, sit on it, Enjoy the friendship for what it is right now, is what source is telling you. Be still in your relationships. Every relationship that you have right now, you've just reached a new level. I'm seeing someone who's just reached new levels of intimacy in their relationships, and intimacy doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. Intimacy is that space where we are open to sharing our vulnerabilities with other people. So I see someone who has reached that level in either a romantic relationship, a platonic relationship, or even like a it's like I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it's definitely something more profound than love. So that could be like a family member, or maybe even like an ex spouse or someone who you would consider family, or even beyond that, but you're not necessarily romantically in love with. There's a lot of heartstrings tied out here. And source is saying, be still in matters of the heart, be still in matters of the mind. So you need some mental rest and you need some emotional rest. And when you get that rest that you need, when you're still, you're going to start realizing this King of Wands energy. You're going to start seeing clearly where you need to act. So the King of Wands is the most clear thinking, direct acting card in the deck. The King of Wands knows how to make uh, uh, not just quick action, but quick, strategic, decisive action based on principles and values of the deepest, from the deepest parts of your soul. So when you get into this place of mental and emotional rest and you let yourself be still, source is going to start showing you where you need to act, how you need to act. And the Sun card just backed up this King of Wands and this rest energy. The Sun card is the most positive energy it's the most positive card in the deck. So this is when you get into that space and you start making those actions, source is going to unleash the floodgates of heaven on your life. So all of those things that you were afraid of, that were blockages, like all of those things that were outside of you, that you felt were outside of you, that you couldn't get access to because you were impatient or you were not willing to be still to get there, are going to suddenly be able to explode and manifest. And all of a sudden, when you get this space and you start slowing down to take your time. Take your time. Your life is your time. Take your time to process your experience, to think about the actions that serve you and that serve your inner values and your highest self and the values of your highest and the values of your highest self for the greater good of yourself and those around you. You'll start being able to manifest those ideas. And I see someone who's going to start writing, singing. I see someone who's going to take their instrument out onto the street. I see someone, and you know what? And I say that, and it's all in fun. And I see someone who's going to really start increasing the joy in your life. And I really see that with the 10 of Cups, because you're going to start feeling all of this joy and this positive energy that you have access to, that you can channel directly. And it's like this joy that you have, the world didn't give it to you. And because the world didn't give it to you, the world can't take it away. And you're going to be able to take that joy and carry it and manifest it into your life, into your relationships, into your future, into your goals, into your job, into your passions. I mean, I see someone who's going to start connecting the strings and seeing harmony on all levels of their life. I see someone who's about to be going out into the grocery stores and someone starts to just talk to you and you just know exactly what to say to this person. And it's not necessarily that you're about to become this best friend, but it's about now you live in a community where people feel comfortable being friendly with each other. And I see someone changing the world by changing themselves. Again, take how this resonates with you. And please leave a comment, like, and share with someone you care about. So we're going to ask Source for one card from the Oracle deck to give us some actions or advice that maybe we can follow when we're being still, to let all of this amazing energy into our lives so that we can make better decisions for ourselves. Source, what actions or advice you have for us? By the book. Yes. So Source is saying, when you are in this space of getting your rest and you're able to see these direct actions that you need to take in order to access all of this creative energy, Source is saying, write it down. Write your plan. Every time, don't get angry, make a plan. Let yourself be angry, make a plan. Let yourself be sad, then make a plan. Let yourself process the emotion, then make a plan. So when you make your plan, after you've come out of this emotional state, after you've given yourself some rest, when you're in this restful energy and you let your mind and your heart rest to guide you towards greater actions so that you can say, are my actions and words aligned with my intentions? Write down your intentions. Write down what those intentions actually are. Write down what your plan is to reach those intentions. And then when you do it, when you get into these situations where it's tested, go buy the book. But here's the thing. It's your book because you wrote it. So going by the book will just be you being still and living and acting in your highest values. So that's the reading that I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in to Daily Bread, and I will see you next time.